Hello everybody, Dave, M6ENS. Just a little section in regards to shortwave listening. As you can see here at the moment, I have a page up, shortwave info. And this is just a little bit of a website that you can revert back to when you're looking around the bands on your radio. At the top here, you'll see find frequencies for. So before you select any bands that you're listening to, by the way, the bands, you have 120 meters going way up past 11 meters. And each section here that's highlighted is what shortwave radio stations normally in AM you would hear. And it shows the frequency that it starts and the frequency that it ends. So if, for example, we were on 49 meters, which is one of my favorites, what I tend to do is I will go to find frequencies for and click at the top any station. Now, I don't really mind what language it's in because you're looking for DX. You're just looking for an identification as to where it is or what it is. And is it a radio station that you've heard before or not? So what I tend to do is I click, scroll up and go to any language. The time here shows my local time here in the UK. And it says here, list everything on air in. Now, I will click, go down to 49 meters. As you can see there, 5800, 6300 kilohertz. So in between should be some radio stations. Will you hear them or not? I'm not too sure. That depends on your location as always. Now, I don't think this changes outside of the UK. It may do. But when I click on now, what it will then show me is a list of radio stations that are currently transmitting, the frequencies next to it, what the radio station is called, where it's actually being transmitted from, hence the flags that you can see rolling up the right-hand side. So, for example, if I was listening to a radio station on 5920, and obviously it could be in a different language, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is a really good signal. I actually like what I'm listening to. Just bearing in mind, some of these radio stations will transmit in multiple languages over the period of the day. So 5920, for example, World Music Radio. If you scroll across there, it will tell you it runs pretty much all day, 000 to 000. Its transmitting language is Danish. And as you scroll across, it will tell you what the power is, 0.1. And then where it's actually being transmitted from. So if 5920, oh sorry, yeah, sorry, my fault. Voice of Freedom. Oh no, I was right. 5930. World Music Radio. So there you go. It's operating in Danish. Tells you the location, including longitude and latitude. So you can even pinpoint where the radio station is via Google Map or Google World. And it's, as I say, it's just a fallback. If you come across something you think, ooh, I've not heard that one before. Most of the time it will be in this listing. Some of these radio stations will change every half an hour to an hour. Some will share frequencies. So they'll have an hour on a particular frequency and then an original radio station will come back on the air. Voice of China, or China Radio International, sorry, you'll catch all over the place. They're usually some of the strongest signals for most of the bands. But it's just a backup. But like I say, another quick example is Radio 208. transmitting on 5970 kilohertz. Now, if you look up above it, also transmitting on 5970 kilohertz, is another radio station. So, separating, if you hear both of them, and you're incredibly lucky to hear both of them, you may find it very difficult to separate these two. You've got the filtering to do so, even better. But the beauty of it is that you take a look at the language. Now, if you can hear somebody talking in Danish, it will be this radio station. If you hear somebody talking Chinese, or the music sounds a little bit more Asian, it's probably this one. And as I say, these change all the time. Now, located on this map here is all of that listing. So you can actually see where it's being transmitted from. So that's the insight. Just a fallback. If you're listening around on the bands, with whichever radio you're using, as long as it has shortwave, it's just something to use as an identification. Great little place to go to. Has lots and lots of things. Don't be afraid to click on anything. Always revert back later on. As I say, shortwave info. Make sure you put that little dash in it as well, otherwise you'll struggle to find it. Okay, I'll leave you with that one, and we'll be back with some other little tips a little later. Take care. 73.